Hi guys, welcome back to Active Gardens, episode 8. So we're getting towards the end of our 10-part series now. Today's a nice episode because we're kind of closing the loop now and starting to see the benefits of some of the work we did early on. We're actually going to be transplanting some of these nice young plants that have gone all the way from little seeds that we were sowing back in episode 2. As you can see, they've done really well. So we're now just past the middle of May and it's a good day. As we're going to transplant these out into this veg bed, our no-dig veg bed that we created back in episode 1. So I've got some beetroot I'm going to plant in a straight line, show you guys that more traditional style of planting out. And the nice thing about beetroot is that we can put them quite close together, and as they grow underground they'll just push each other out of the way. So we're going to plant these in a nice straight line close to one another. With the rest of this veg patch we're just going to turn it into quite a scattered salad green veg bed. So I've got some spinach to put in, got a few different varieties of lettuce, got some pak choi, so I'm going to scatter that around. We're not going to do it totally in straight lines, that traditional style. We're just going to make it a nice abundant salad green veg bed. So I'll start off by drilling a nice straight line for the beetroot. We're going to start that about there. Again, my same old trusty tool. That's going to be enough. Aside from this tool, I've also got this little stick here today, which I'm going to use just to prick out the lettuce when I need it before transplanting the lettuce into the veg bed. So simple as ever. For me, always gloveless, like to have my hands in the soil, really get into it. But of course, if you prefer gloves, then you'll be wearing gloves. Okay, so let's see how we're going to get these out. Nice and loose, it almost just wants to pop out as a one. That's exactly what we're going to let it do. As you can see that there, come up one at a time. Just going to loosen that off all the way out. Loosen it off. The first two beetroot. Soil of the veg bed nice and soft. So this no-dig bed has been sat here now for 7 weeks since we created it. Not a single weed in sight. You can see there's loads of petals from the beautiful cherry blossom tree over my head. That's all going to be fine, and natural mulch, so adding nutrients. There's also a few seeds that have sprouted up. That's just where I've done what I tend to do and just scattered a few loose seeds, leftover seeds where I've been planting out elsewhere in the garden. I have a tendency to do that, just to scatter a few of the extra seeds down and see if anything comes up, which it has. I'm seeing spinach here in the corner, which has just done its own thing. A few other little bits and pieces that I don't recognise yet. Some of them might be flowers. And along the side here, of course, there's the stuff that I used to demonstrate in episode 2. Onion, which was already pretty big when I put it in. I have no idea what that's going to do. That's an experiment. Little garlic, sunflower, which should look nice, and some peas. Some Kelvin and Wonder peas, which I'm hoping, they've come up well and they've already wrapped around some of the structures here. I'm hoping that they might be able to trail all the way along, and we can play around with that. I've also put these in, just twigs, just nice flexible twigs from the woods nearby. My idea that the slightly raised bed would stop the dog from walking on this veg bed was totally flawed. First flaw in the design. Within about 2 days I looked out the window and saw the dog standing proudly right in the centre of the veg bed, so I just put these in, and that's been enough to deter him and to stop him from doing that. So anyway, I'll carry on putting these beetroot in. As you can see, I can put them as tight as I need to, because as the beetroot grow, like I said, underground, they're going to form the shape and just push one another out of the way and do what they need to do. So spacing, that's so important. I'm just putting that nice young root in, firming it a little bit. Big one coming out next. See how easily that removes itself. Just get in there, get apart, pull it out from the